The Chicago Bears got the next Matt Forte, and in my opinion, also the steal of the 2023 NFL Draft. Running back Roschon Johnson from Texas could have been one of the best running backs in college football last year if he wasn't behind Bijan Robinson. You can put that on my gravestone. I guarantee you he would have been the best running back in college football last year. He's a big, mean, quick, effective running back that could make some noise and potentially even win running back job 1 for the Chicago Bears next season. And that's a good thing for Khalil Herbert, and I'll explain why. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Rohde. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. Ryan Poles again gets to steal the draft, in my personal opinion, and you can't tell me different as someone as good as Johnson got picked up at 115. I'm going to give you guys a deeper dive into the Texas running back and why I am pumped to have him on this roster. Before I get into more, please hit the like button on this video as it's a great support for me. Put your thoughts in the comment section below of what you guys think. Let's have a conversation. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. So let's go into Johnson's physical traits. Johnson is a 6 foot, 219 pound running back from Texas, an absolute mauler and beast of a player. He's an arm length of 32 inches, hand size 9 5/8 inches, which is actually bigger than Darnell Wright's hands, a 40 time of 4.58, a 10-yard sprint of 1.52 seconds, a 31.5-inch vertical, a 10'2" broad jump, and also a fun fact, he can play quarterback. Yes, when he went to Texas, he actually declared as a quarterback on the roster and moved over to running back during his freshman year. Clearly an athletic freak, a dual threat, and a huge possibility for the Chicago Bears if he does work out, which I think he will. Let's go into his 2022 stats as a backup running back. Keep that in mind when I'm going through these stats. He played in 12 games with 93 rushes for 554 yards, which is exactly a 6-yard per carry, along with 5 rushing touchdowns, 14 receptions, 128 receiving yards, and 1 receiving touchdown. 682 yards from scrimmage as a backup running back in college football. A fantastic player, athletic freak, and it only gets better from how scouts put him down. According to NFLDraftBuzz.com, he has an 83.5 rating. It was the number 10 running back in this last draft. His rushing is ranked 93 out of 100. His breaking tackle ability is 96 out of 100. His receiving in hands is 63 out of 100. His pass blocking is 68 out of 100, and his run blocking is 52 out of 100. We got the 10th ranked running back in the 2023 NFL Draft at pick 115. That says something, especially with stats like that. And this guy fits perfectly into the offense and fills in a ton of needs. Going back to my Khalil Herbert comment earlier, if Herbert ends up being running back 2, that is okay because Johnson is a mauler and will take energy out of defenses. So you throw Khalil Herbert in there for a second series of downs, along with also potentially after third down, fresh first down. The defense is going to be gassed. Herbert's crazy fast. Johnson takes out their energy by bulldozing over them and using his great agility, and overall is a fantastic 1-2 punch for the Chicago Bears. Don't forget, we also have Foreman, an insanely fast running back who is also a veteran. This running back room is insanely talented. Let's go more into his scouting report. According to NFL scouts, he is one of the most consistent running backs that was picked up from the draft in regards to his health and also his overall play. Johnson barely missed any playing time due to injuries. He knows how to keep himself healthy. He's very serious about it as well as he takes stretching, mobility, and also his off-field training very, very seriously, which is a good thing to hear that he wants to encourage himself to be better and always be on the field. He also never stops running. He just literally never, ever stops. He just keeps going and going until the whistle is blown, keeping that consistency up, and he does it every single play that he's on. He also has crazy good stamina, and that is something that the Chicago Bears absolutely need for a running back room, and also with those long drives in order to keep going down the field to potentially score points. You need someone with good stamina, and Johnson brings that. He is arguably the most physical runner that came out of the draft last year, constantly puts his shoulder down and bulldozes over defenders. Make sure that you go look at his highlight clips. Again, I'm sorry I can't show highlight clips. I don't own the licensing rights. I don't know if anyone else gets flagged, but I always get flagged, and it hurts the account, so I'm sorry, guys. Eventually, I would love to do that for you guys if we get big enough. Go look at his highlights. He absolutely bulldozes over defenders. He also has great footwork ability in order to juke out and break ankles. You're going to see a lot of them. The Chicago hospitals at Soldier Field are going to need a ton of athletic tape in order to wrap up guys' ankles and, air cast after he breaks defenders' ankles. Like I talked about consistency earlier, he is known for breaking tackles, one of the best to do it in college last year. And that's a huge thing for the Chicago Bears as we have a big offensive line and big wide receivers. So if Johnson were to break tackles or even get stuck up, he is able to get pushed and break out of those piles in order to turn it up for an even bigger game. Why he reminds me of Matt Forte, because he did that all the time. Also, his physical size and ability is something that's a huge advantage. A lot of people have compared him to Matt Forte. Also, Tony Pollard. I really like both comparisons. Both are great running backs, would be huge for the Chicago Bears. He also has only one career fumble while at Texas. He's very strong ball handler. He's really good at making sure that he fights for extra yards while also protecting the football. And anyone tries to peanut punch him, not going to happen against him. Replacing David Montgomery in the pass blocking game as well, Johnson was one of the better running backs in college football last year in regards to pass blocking. We know Khalil Herbert isn't the best at it. Foreman's okay at it, but Johnson is a great pass blocking running back, especially if we take the fullback out of the play. So Justin Fields will have that extra protection. And finally, he can play special teams, which is big because the Chicago Bears last season had their struggles on special teams. If he is RB2, absolutely throw him out there and be a special teamer. I'm a huge fan of Johnson. I think he's going to be a great running back for the Chicago Bears. Probably going to get his jersey, to be honest with you, if he for sure makes this roster, because I see him being part of the Bears for a long time. Put your thoughts in the comment section below about what you think about Johnson. Thank you very much for joining this episode of Just Another Year Chicago. My name is Nick Brody. We'll see you guys next time.